Morning, and may the Most High bless and keep you, strengthen you all today. Well, this morning I'm coming to you with an update on my Petite potato garden bed. Now, I'm growing it on the balcony of my apartment complex. I have a limited space area, as you can see, so it's doing the storage and my garden bed area. But every day I'm working on trying to develop different aspects of the gardening process in order to grow my own food. So as you can see, I do a lot of container recycling. That is a old mixed salad container, which I'm using as a small greenhouse for my okra, my melons, and my apple seeds to start. So um, our mornings here in Houston start off pretty cool. So in order to get the soil warm for my watering, I normally fill my watering can with warm water in order to give the soil a good warming up before the day's heat takes on, which will allow the plants to absorb the nutrients easier. So right now I'm using a potty mix. I buy it from Dollar General um, or from Home Depot. And if you look down here, uh, where my things are sitting, I have some firewood. Uh, that's a failed attempt video I need to share with you guys. During the Houston freeze, I learned a valuable lesson about my fireplace. It's purely decorative. It's not usable, and a fireplace needs to have lots of kindling in order to put off any kind of given heat. And the radius of heat is so low that it's not even worth it. So, but as you can see, I have these buckets down here from Home Depot, and this is where my compost has been in for the last 6 months. Now I add new soil and turn it over, but I put it outside just so it'll warm up. It takes the sun comes out in Houston like midday, so I know how to take these and transport them on the back of my truck and let them warm up in order for the process of composting to actually be effective. So back here, I do have my onions and my beets. I eat the beet leaves um, that I grow out of my garden. I recently found out that you can eat the leaves of many root vegetables that you normally just throw away, but you can actually eat them as greens. This is my jalapeno pepper plant. It lost a bunch of leaves. I did a little pruning back in order to give the buds an opportunity to actually draw out nutrients. And I got the soil in, so I brought it outside so that it would have a better chance. So back to this garden bed here. Well, I just watered it in with some warm water, and I'm going to be using this saran wrap cover in order to produce a greenhouse effect as I leave these outside for the day. Now, another side project that I did last night, it just came to me as inspiration, is a bell jar for my strawberry plant. So, what I'm using is a cake top bottom. That's the base, so I can have it the water weep in from the bottom to the water from the top, so I don't do any damage to the runners. But I decided, you know what? Why not create a microclimate inside just for the strawberries. That way the soil gets warm, retains heat, and the moisture that it absorbs will get recycled so that it's kind of like a self-watering system. Now I'm going to be working on a drip irrigation system using one liter plastic bottles, recycling them, hanging them from my ceiling up here on a drip tube so I can drip irrigate all of my garden and not have to come out and constantly water it. So I'm going to do a video about the drip irrigation system that I'm going to be making up for for this whole round here. And I just have to organize the plants so that the drip irrigation system actually is effective. So, but this is me. I just did the watering in to keep the soil pretty moist. It's very important that I found out for potatoes to have a lot of moist soil, but not too wet, moist, well draining soil. And I picked up these containers, these windowsill containers from Home Depot, and I'm probably going to invest in getting some actual plastic sheathing to go over these beds and actually create a hoop house. You know, a hoop house. Because I'm gonna use metal clothes hangers to make a hoop, and then bond it to the sides with duct tape, and that way I can lay my tarp over the top of it and create a portable greenhouse. Actually, I'm doing a greenhouse for all of my plants here, even my garden bed back here in the back, this brown one here. I'm going to be creating a hoop house in order to create a well heated environment for my green onions and for my beet leaves to grow. Um, so, but these guys, they survived the frost. My olive tree didn't. My mandarin orange tree didn't. It lost all its leaves. It lost all its buds. They were just beginning to flower, and I was very disappointed that. Um, but this is a 1 year old tree, so I was just hoping to get more blossoms this year, not actually any fruit. I'm going to be investing in buying 3 to 4 year old trees, which are already at their mature state and are blossoming, and just use these as starts so I can learn the growth cycle of all my plants from seed. So I do collect seeds every year from everything that I produce, from my bell peppers that I don't eat. I mean, from my jalapeno peppers I don't eat, my strawberries that I don't eat. I do dry them out, collect the seeds, and I'll give you guys a seed collection video in a couple of weeks, because I'm just learning this whole technology of uploading videos. So I'm 45 years old. I'm behind the times, black man, just now trying to start over the last 2 years to grow my own food, so I can have food security no matter where I go. So I'm doing it in containers, because containers are mobile. Me and my wife are apartment dwellers. We don't own a home or any land, but I would like to own some land at some point in time to put this stuff in raised beds and then work on amending the soil of that land. So hopefully I'll be able to give you guys a video of me out at my sister and my brother-in-law's farm. They have a working farm here in Dayton, Texas. They have 10 kids, 10 growing kids, and they grow the best huge harvest of jalapeno peppers and olives and persephorums and oranges out on their property. We are Hebrew Israelites, so they've been on their land for 7 years. So this is their 7th year, and it's a sabbatical year for us. And so anything that's not in the ground already or already growing, we give the land the time to rest. So, but I haven't been backyard patio garden for 7 years, so this is not my 7th sabbatical year. But I'll be able to take you guys out to your property and show you guys how you allow your land to rest for a full year, 12 months, and how without tilling the soil or doing anything, if you do it right the first 6 years, you'll produce a double portion of food, and then you just supplement that. Basically, all we're doing is supplementals. Until you have a farm, you gather people together, y'all working together, and y'all growing food to feed that family. You're just doing supplementals, but it's not impossible. There's a lot of failures, but there's also a lot of successes. So may the Most High bless you and keep you this day, strengthen you and direct you in all your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, and draw you near to His word, to His will, and to His way, so that we all may be partakers of the free gift of salvation, the Yahuwah of our Abba, Yahweh Elohim, and His Son, Yehoshua HaMashiach, our kinsman Redeemer and King. Thank you all for watching this video. Have a blessed and awesome day. Baruch atah, Abba Yahweh Elohim.